First guy or MC or host for the evening. He's a very funny man. I met him a long time ago in jail, and no, I'm kidding. It was actually in probate. Anyway, his name is Mike Wypasek. He comes from Cleveland, all the way from the big city of Cleveland, all the way down here. He passed all the horse and buggy. Give it up for my good buddy, Mike Wypasek. Come on, buddy. Yeah.
Brian Hoffman, ladies and gentlemen. Headliner, you'll see him later. Thank you. Hello, how's everybody doing? Here we are, and this is where they got all the canoes, isn't it? Somewhere around here? All 23. All 23. One for each of you, huh? There you go. I know a lot of my friends used to come down here canoeing. I've never done that, though. But maybe I'll make it a point. Depends how we get treated tonight. But I think we're going to have a good time, don't you? Anyway. This is not, Brian is, I have two jobs. One is a comedian, and the other is, during the day, I'm a lawyer. That's right, help is right. That's what I'm here to give you, sir. Hey, listen, I'm a big-time lawyer, man. I'm serious. I got clients all over the state of Ohio. Marysville, Lucasville, Mansfield. They call me up all the time. What happened, asshole? So I don't know, I filed the wrong motion. My bad. How you doing, sir? Have a seat. You look familiar. I think last time I saw you there was some glass between us though, so I'm not sure. Yeah, that's you. So anyway. Hey, I have fun being a lawyer though. And it's not easy being a lawyer. It's a dangerous job, right? Did you see on TV about 6 months ago, this lawyer walks out of, did you see this? The lawyer walks out of the courthouse and his client is waiting for him. He's got a gun. Because the lawyer screwed up a probate case or something. Anybody see that? Remember that? Shot at him. Yeah, shot him. But good. The guy's the guy's over here on the street and the lawyer's behind a tree, he's going, heady guy. Surprised he didn't have a heart attack and then sue the guy that tried to shoot him. But I saw that and I thought, thank God all my clients are on lockdown. They are always yelling at me after the trial's over. As the deputies are leading them out of the courtroom. Turn around, hey, did you even go to law school? No, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So, yeah, they call me from jail. They're always yelling at me. The guy's yelling at me on the phone. He's saying, yeah, this is a guy that got 180 years for jaywalking. And he's yelling at me, and I finally said, you know what, I can't hear you. And I hung up. I figured 180 years. I'll be gone. Well, what happened was this guy filed some kind of a motion on his own, and he got out on bail for appeal. And he showed up at my office with a tire iron in his hand. And the last thing I remember when I woke up in the hospital the next day is he standing over me with a tire iron going, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So he wasn't happy. I've had some interesting clients. I got a call. I've had some celebrity clients. I got a call from Phil Spector. You guys remember Phil Spector? Anybody that old enough to know who Phil Spector is, what he did?
He just shot that girl in L.A.
Yeah, he did, but do you know what? Nobody knows Phil Spector's music. Does anybody not hear Phil Spector's music? Wow, this joke ain't gonna work. Should I tell it or not?
What's his music? Go ahead.
So Phil Spector called me up and he says, he's in trouble. And I said, well, what happened, Phil? And he goes, I shot her on a Sunday and my heart stood still. If you run, you run. I dumped the body in the gully, I went over the hill. Yeah, Robert Blake, I was his second lawyer. He's on number 5 now. I was number 2, and you know what? I could have won that case because I already had Spanky and Darla on the jury. So, but I've had, I consulted on that. I said, you know, they called me up. They said, what are you going to do? I said, you got to use the old Latin word, the Saudi defense. And they go, Saudi, what's that? He says, some other dude did it. So, and I had one time this guy came in. I felt sorry for him. He was a midget, and somebody sued him in small claims court. So I helped him out best I could, and I was pissed when we were done because I gave him half off his bill and he still shortchanged me. Yeah, he did. I wanted to collect. I chased him all over the country. I couldn't collect nothing. When I found him, he had declared bankruptcy, chapter 3.5. So, and he got in trouble. What he got arrested for, yeah, I heard he got arrested for trying to hold up a 50-cent store with a sawed-off shotgun. And they gave him a jury of his peers, you know, Snoopy, Sneezy, Grumpy, Dennis Kucinich. But he lost that case, so now he's buried 3 feet under. But he's a nice guy. So what else is happening? What's happening over here? What you know, I've never gotten an answer to that other than nothing. You know what I'm saying? People say, what's happening? What do you get? Nothing, right? What's happening? Nothing. What's going on? Nothing. Aren't you sick of those answers? Well, let me give you some answers you can tell your friends. This is what I tell my friends. Somebody comes up to me and says, hey, Mike, what's happening? What's going on? What's new? I said, Mike, what's new? What's new? The scar on the back of my neck is new. How'd you get that? Ceiling fan in a Chinese restaurant. I told you to keep your head down! What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? The voices in my head, they're going on and on and on. What are they saying? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So, you guys are probably thinking, well, this guy's a lawyer. He's probably got a big fancy car. And I used to have a big fancy car. I had a BMW. It cost like $50,000, and I had a car alarm on it. Anybody here have a car alarm? Do you have a car alarm? See, nobody, I ask that question. Every club I go to, I ask that question. And nobody ever claps. And I know that's not true because if there's a lightning and thunderstorm, I hear 150 of them in front of my house from this thunder. So I know people have car alarms, but the reason nobody will admit it is because, ma'am, did you ever actually hear a car alarm and actually do anything about it? What are you going to do to the guy? You know, hey, you, with the tattoo on your neck, get away from my car. Yeah, of course not. That's my husband, yeah. Did you see who stole my car? No, I got the license plate. Did you hear the alarm? Yeah, I heard it for about 1.5 miles and it got faded away, so. But I put an end to that. They took this car and I said, that's it, no more. So I looked in the paper. I said, I'm going to get a good car, and I did get a good car. I saw an ad in the paper. Now tell me you could pass this up. It said, for sale, 1971 Chevy, or we'll trade for picnic table. You've seen this car, right? There you go. I went over and told the guy. I said, well, I don't know, picnic table, that's kind of steep. He says, well, how about a tool shed? So, throw in a couple bags of mulch and it's for me. But this thing it had 3 different color fenders. Did you have one like this, Or the front wheels in the right lane and the back wheels on the left lane, when you're driving on the highway. The guy in the back seat, if you want to talk to him, you don't have to turn around and talk to him, right? You just turn the corner, the back end comes right around. How you doing? Okay. It's a perfect car. It's got interchangeable parts, right? Mine did. You know what I mean by interchangeable parts? You go to the junkyard and say, I need a hood for a 71 Chevy. What's the guy tell you? I don't have that. 83 Buick. Yeah, that'll work. Ring it up. So, but this is true. These old cars like that, and they're really, but they're big. They're huge, right? They're huge cars, man. You can put like 18 bodies and 4 sets of clubs in the back, trunk, and you can live in it if you have to. Which I think I might have to do soon myself, actually, because I just lost a big eviction case and now I have to move. So, anyway, by now you probably think this guy's a really good lawyer, don't you?